How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Southern Precision Outdoors podcast. In today's episode, we have Blake from RIX Optics. He is one of their sales reps. So, guys, do remember that every single month on this channel, we do a giveaway. At 5,000 subscribers, we are giving away a Night Ride 640 rooftop thermal mount. So, you guys make sure you're subscribed for that. You don't want to miss that. Shane, Blake, how are y'all doing?
Good. Very good.
So, Blake, how long have you been with RIX Optics?
I started with RIX about a year ago, September of 25, and then just been chugging along since then.
Are you just a general sales rep, or you cover a specific territory?
We don't have territories right now. I like it that way too. We can kind of do whatever, so it's kind of a free for all.
Good deal. So, anything new and exciting coming to RIX in the foreseeable future that you can talk about?
Yeah, that we can talk about. Yeah. So next Monday we're releasing our T50, which is going to be day night scope. So pretty much, if you know our Tourer T20, this is going to be the upgrade for it. 4K. The daytime display on it is amazing. It's a 60 hertz refresh, so everything is just super smooth. There's no latency issues. Super excited for this. Launching next week. And we have some other stuff that we can't really talk about that's coming out in the coming months, towards SHOT Show timeframe. So really excited for a lot of the new stuff coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to see it. That that new what is it? The T50?
Yes.
Yeah, that I looked at it yesterday and I was pretty impressed with it for a day and night scope. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's going to really do well for the market for the people that are just now getting into, you know, when I started back with my stuff, I was just using a white light and not even a green light. So this just gives people that perfect option where you can be in a deer blind if you want. You're hunting deer and pigs come out late at night. You can hit your IR light, turn it on. For sub $1,000, I think it's a moneymaker for everybody.
So
Yeah,
that's going to have a $899 map on it.
Yes.
And the added laser rangefinder, added 50 millimeter lens. What else am I missing? The 4K. That's the big.
Yeah, the 4K part. It's got the battery in it takes these 21700s, which are kind of these larger batteries, bigger than 18650. But we do have, if I can open this thing, so it'll be this size battery. But we do have a sleeve for an 18650, so you can still run that as well. Battery life's great. I haven't had any issues when I've taken it out. We were out doing a pig hunt in Oklahoma a couple weeks ago, and we ran it all day. I accidentally left the thing on, sitting on a gun, and came back to it a couple hours later. And still needed to replace it before going out that night, but it was good.
As far as the new line of things, I know we can't really talk about it. Is there anything that you can say that maybe RIX is doing with a new 1280 line or anything like that? Something that's really going to shock the market? And you don't, like I say, you don't have to go into detail.
Yeah, we've had discussions about some new things that were really, we see the market kind of moving in that direction of, reaching out to dealers. We're talking to these people and we're asking, what do you guys want to see? What is something that you have your customer base coming in asking, hey, when are they making this? But, you guys have customers that come to you probably wanting everything in the world, saying we want a scope that shoots for you and does everything for you, but obviously we can't do that. The 1280 line, we do have some things in discussion. We have some, trying to think how to word this, but some potential better offerings for our current line down the road. And then, yeah, there's some things in the works. So hopefully around SHOT Show timeframe.
We need y'all to come up with one of those systems that I don't know if you've seen that movie Shooter, the guy that it's got that remote controlled deal that shoots like over a mile. We need one of those.
Man, I want one of those too.
That'll help me
That'd be great.
tremendously.
Yeah. Well, the
Like, what
ballistics and all our stuff right now. Oh, sorry.
as far as 640 and 1280 go, what have you seen the market do? Like for us, or for me personally, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love the image quality of a 1280, but I still think that the 640 will accomplish most of what most people need. I think the 1280 is more, if you want the best image, you go 1280. If you
Mhm.
like nice things, the 1280 is really nice. But I've not put myself in a situation where I felt that if I had a 1280 versus a 640, it would have changed the outcome. Maybe if I shot a little bit further, that might would help. But
Right.
what have you seen?
So exactly what you're saying there is like, if you're really stretching the distance and you want to have a good PID on what you're shooting between, coyote or fawn at that distance, whatever. Um, I've obviously moved towards the 1280 for that, but you're 100% right. You can get everything done that you're wanting to do in your hunt with a 640 that a 1280 will do. Um, the 1280, I remember when I got my first 1280, and I just got it because I wanted a good image. I wanted something to look good. I put it on my Instagram or Facebook, and people see it and they're like, "Oh my god! Like, what is this, a video game or a movie?" And that's why I like them. But realistically, I see a lot of the stuff's getting done with a 640, that you could do with a 1280. It's just kind of a user preference, how you want your image to look. Detection range. If I've shot coyotes out 650, 660 was I think my furthest shot. But doing that with a 640, you could do it, but it worked. I had a better time doing it with the D12. So.
Yeah, I agree. One thing, me personally, I would like to see is maybe a 1280 Titan, because I use my scanner 90% of the night. So, um, I would love to see a Titan 1280.
Yep. So actually, we had that discussion the other night during a meeting, about the potential for that in the future. I didn't get like a yeah, we're gonna do it or a not, we're gonna do it, but I think that'd be great. I like the 640 or T6 right now. I love using. I'm a big helmet mounted thermal guy. That's just something I've always liked, and just it's easier for me to go around, scan. I'm usually not in a buggy. I just kind of spot and stock. So I like 1X base mags on helmet scanners. But being able to stand in the field and scan with the 640s and Titan series is, if we had that in a 1280, that'd be sick. So I hope maybe we have something.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I've never been a helmet mounted guy, but the ST6 is just how that thing is so compact and the 1X base mag on it. Because I film a lot. That's 90%
Mhm.
of what I do, and that is my preferred go to for filming.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were out the other night, and that's one of our marketing people. That's what they were just running around with ST6 lights and had a bunch of them up and filming. They're good. They're good little units. I like them, especially for the cost.
We need to work on trying to bring something to the market that's like I guess it would be optimal for it to be helmet mountable, but a true like 1X, like really good night vision.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like a digital or.
Well, I mean, I know you guys have, analog, but
Mhm.
analog's out of a lot of people's price range. So if we
Right.
could work on a true 1X digital that's actually good, I believe that would be do very well in the market.
Yeah. My biggest, I mean, I agree 100%. My biggest concern and like issue with digital, and it's nothing wrong with digital itself. There's some digital night vision that's on the market or coming out on the market from different manufacturers that are great. I mean, I'm not, I have nothing bad to say about them. The only thing is the latency, and your refresh rate. And when you're moving around, my biggest thing, um, if I'm walking or anything, and there's any lag between my actual head movement or I run my left eye thermal usually, so my right. If there's any difference in that, I start feel. I mean, I don't get sick, but I start feeling weird. I'm like, this is it's like vertigo or something. And I know that's an issue with a lot of people. So if they can nail that part down and figure out the refresh, for sure. I mean, I don't see why not.
I think Hunter just wants something he can. Hunter just wants something he can put on top of his head and record in night vision all night long. That's what he. If
So
y'all could make that for Hunter,
tell you what,
you
man,
can
you
only
can
make
just sit
one,
there.
and he'll be
I'm sure
good.
they can make like a helmet mount pan tilt that we can just like mount up there, and you can have a little iPad right here.
I don't know if you've ever seen the helmets that people wear with like the beers on each side with the straws. I
Oh,
need
yeah.
that, but with like
Oh,
night vision
yeah.
cameras on it.
He wants the beers too, though. So
Yeah, I
don't
do. Yeah.
don't
Yeah, well,
forget that
you
part.
got to have those. You can put those on the back as like a battery pack or something.
It's a good idea.
Hey, just make sure y'all. I'm gonna have to get like a custom mold of this fat ass head right here.
Yeah. Maybe just
That's
get
the
like a
hardest.
bucket.
Yeah, five. What
I
size
think
hat
I
do you
got
wear? Oh, do you carry a 5-gallon bucket?
that could work. That could work. Oh, man.
I got a gourd on me, that's for sure. So, Blake, and I mean, I know you obviously you're the sales rep. Where do you see the most sales? I mean, it's got to be in the 384 category, I would assume, with it being more budget friendly.
Yeah, the 384s really are, like our S3Rs, the ST3 Lite. Those are typically, that's where you see the most movement just because of price point. Um, there's a lot of people just getting into it or buying a backup thermal, stuff like that. 384 is kind of going to be the leader in the market, but there's still a lot of S6Rs that sell pretty well just because price point. Just for a little bit extra, you're not breaking the bank to get into that. So I'd say 384 for now. But everything, even like a 384 nowadays, looks like a 640 from 5 years ago. So everything's moving in the direction of 640, but still kind of stagnant.
Well, it's it's nice to see that. I mean, everybody's trying to, you know, make their money, but it is nice to see other competition in the market. And that is, even though with you're higher end 640s and 1280s, it's nice to see that competition out there, and the prices are steadily dropping. I mean, even on the 1280s out there, so they're becoming more and more affordable.
Right. And just getting in, like, I remember entry level 1280s back when did those launched 2-3 years ago, mainstream for not ridiculous prices. Hopefully everything kind of starts to drop here in the next couple of years, makes it more affordable for everyone.
Yeah, hopefully so. I mean, we're already seeing a steady decrease in the 1280s coming down, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you've got, your average blue collar workers out here running around with 1280s now, so that's pretty cool to see.
Every one of them. Almost.
RIX kind of changed the game on the affordable pricing when they dropped the Leap series. The Leap L6V1 coming out at $3,800. I mean, that was a game changer for everything else that was on the market.
Yeah, everything else was what, 55 to 6.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember my first scope way back in the day that was expensive was that Trail XP50 LRF or something way back, and the price for that versus the price of entry level now is like, I could have saved a lot of money if I just waited.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I prefer a 256. I mean, that's my go-to.
Yeah. You just like to ground check them.
Well, hey, just pick up an S2R and get it going.
So Blake, what's your, you talked about, I think you said your longest shot was 660 on a Coyote. What's your setup? from caliber to gun to,
So
scope?
I run two different guns. I used to run a 6.5 Creed, it was a Tikka. My first bolt gun I got into was a Tikka T3X CTR, and 6.5 Creed, and I
Big
put it
gun.
in a what was it, KRG chassis, and then just left the trigger alone. Didn't touch anything else. Left the barrel as is, and I ran that gun for 2 years of. I mean, when I'm hunting, I'm usually out 4 or 5 nights a week, um, consistently. And I ran that gun forever. It was great. Just wanted to change it up. So then I had this gun here, which is a custom 243. Um, this is, this is my tack driver. This is my favorite gun I own. Kind of, I don't know. I feel like I always buy some new stuff, but um, the 243 is what I made that shot with on that coyote. And it's a Curtis action with just a heavy bull barrel. It's essentially a PRS build. And I always run the D12 now. So that's what I always find myself going back to. Yeah, so I started with that 6.5 Creed for a while. Loved it. I just was running that 95 grain VMAX from Hornady. Um, did everything I needed for coyotes, and then also for getting on pigs. Sometimes they do just a little bit more of a hit a pig, and it's like it knocks them out for a couple seconds, and then they get back up. But I always have a buddy with a 308 or something with me. So then I switched to the 243, and I still love running that. A lot of people, I'll be out and they're like, "Man, what caliber are you shooting? That gun's 6 setup, whatever." And I'm like, 243, and they're like, "What? Why are you doing that?" Um, and I shoot a 75 grain VMAX out of that, and coyotes, pigs, it's hammering them. Um, Ammo's available, so if I'm traveling for work and just driving wherever, I can walk into pretty much any gun store and get any type of 243. It might not be exactly what I want, but I can do it. I was going to do a 6 Creed instead, but that's kind of why I did 243, just for availability of ammo. And then I built a 7 PRC, which is back here, which has a D12 on it, and that's it's the most expensive, ridiculous thing to shoot animals night hunting with, but it is so fun. It is so much fun.
I had a 7mm backcountry with a 16-inch barrel on it, and that thing was too much, man. It's too much for a coyote. Ammo is crazy high for it, and I actually
Yeah.
blew a suppressor off the end of the barrel of that thing.
Good God.
Yeah. So I had to contact the fellas that made it and be like, "Hey, this thing is not rated for a 7mm backcountry." And
For the can.
Yeah, and they were like, "Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm sure glad that happened to you and not a customer." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, appreciate it, guys."
Yeah. At least, hopefully, it didn't mess up anything thread wise on your gun or anything.
Nah, it didn't hurt the gun. When it blew it all, it felt like that backcountry's got 80,000 psi running through it, and it blew the entire can off, but it left the hub sealed to the gun. It was still on the gun's threads, but the can, it shot it out probably like 40 yards. It was crazy.
Well, at least if you missed your shot, you could kill him with the can when it hits him. So
Yeah, well, that's what made me mad too, is because I had 3 come out and I shot the first one, it racked the bolt, went to go shoot the second one, it was just like a hand grenade went off in my face.
God.
That made me mad, but I was like, damn, man, the other coyotes got away.
Yep. I've had one can blow off a gun in my life, and it was the worst experience because it was my first can I ever bought. I won't say the name of them, but the locking mechanism didn't work off the bat. First shot at the range, launched.
You ain't got to say the name of them, buddy. We already know.
Yep.
I swear, my buddy had their same can on. It was that new Henry Hush that they just come out with, the carbon lever action. And he had one on it, and he was like, "Come out here and listen to this." I was like, "All right." So we walked out there, and he, ping, ping, was shooting. And it was like the third shot, the can just went boop right off the end of it. And he's like, what? And
Yep.
locking mechanism failed.
Yep. I will say warranty was taken care of, so it was okay, but it was still a less than ideal situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chassis are you running?
So I run Masterpiece Arms chassis. So
That look familiar.
Yeah, this one's like their BA like the competition chassis. This thing's heavier than snot, but it gets good video. And then this one it's the same one, but it's the lightweight Hunter.
Man, you would fit right in with us. I've got basically the same setup as that 243 from chassis to action to barrel, but mine's a
Really?
22 250. Yeah, it's like a 30-pound gun once you put a scope on there.
I was about to say, I
That's
was just
literally
going to
mine
ask you.
weighs. I weighed it with a tripod, loaded mag, D12, and I want to say it was like right at 30, maybe a little bit over. But I mean, I don't have weights on it or anything. But it gets old if you're spot and stocking with it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I told Shane, man, me and Shane are both SOTs, and I've got a full. That's it up there. My full auto that I shoot hogs with, and it's just a standard AR build. But I want to do a belt fed. That'd be sick.
Yeah, well, let me know. I got some buddies here local that we go out and do that with, and maybe pay y'all a visit sometime and bring one out.
I want one of those new things that I seen where you take the stock off of the gun and it's like the paddle.
The butterfly.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
That'd be fun. Get some night vision with it, just laser them or something.
Yeah,
that'd
I had
be
a
fun.
7.62 upper on that auto, but even on a tripod, man, I mean, you can't stay on target with it. So I took it off and put a 223 upper on it.
Yeah, with full auto, once you start getting your cyclic rate up too high, it's like you can't even freaking keep your shot on there. And the thermals, if you do it with thermal, they just start, sputtering out, but it's still fun.
223 is not nearly as bad. You can pretty well group a shot. Shane shot it the other night. You can group a shot pretty good with it.
Yeah, I tried it with a 6.5 Grendel. I had a buddy who put a M4 lower on a 20-inch Grendel, and I was like, it was like maybe 40 yards away, this group of pigs, and I had the D12 on it, and I was like, all right, cool. We counted down, hit the tree, and I'd never shot the Grendel with, with the buffer set up and everything that was in the M4. It was set up, for 5.56. So it ripped through a 26 round mag so fast. I mean, it was cool, but I didn't hit anything. So
that's funny you say that, because I have his 6.5 Grendel in my shop right now that I need to take back to him. That I for some ungodly reason, I had some FRTs laying around, and Michael was like, I want one of those in my Grendel. And I said, why? And he was like, I want to shoot pigs with it. And I was like, all right, you're going to go through a mag.
It'll work, but it goes quick if you don't have it all tuned up right.
So I don't know. We're going to see how he likes it. Matter of fact, I need to take it back over there to him today or tomorrow.
How'd you start working for RIX? Like, what was your background before?
So it's kind of funny. So I started with hunting was always just a hobby. It was never really like, in the back of my head growing up and stuff. And once I got into thermal hunting, I was like, man, it'd be so cool to do this for a job. I was in the construction industry for a long time before, in sales and project management. Did a lot of that. And then I started working for a buddy of mine who he decided, just from us going out coyote hunting and stuff, he's like, man, I think I'm going to start my own, become a dealer for all these different brands. So I just kind of, through word of mouth and friends and some social media, just kind of helped him out selling thermals and stuff. And then I left that construction business, came, I was kind of taking some time off, just relaxing, seeing what I wanted to do. And then a buddy of mine's wife texted me and said, "Hey, I just saw this job opportunity for RIX or something online. You should check it out." And I was like, okay. Looked in, and I already knew about RIX, so they're 15 minutes from my house. So I looked into it and got it, and kind of just been rolling with it since. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. The industry is there's a lot of good people in the industry, and you get to see all the cool stuff. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Just being able to be out, go hunt, test products, meeting new people. It's super fun. There's a lot of good people. Obviously, we all know there's the drama in the industry always is there too, but that's in any industry. So it's been a blessing, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't. I just started doing this full time not too long ago, and I didn't realize how much drama was in this between between some people. I was like, dang.
Yeah, yeah,
But stay out of it.
yeah. That's all you can do. Smile and wave. Sit on the sideline.
It's fun just to watch it sometimes, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what cans are you running?
So I typically run either a Fletcher Rifle Works cans, Diligent Defense, Otter Creek. I mean, I have a Hux Works on a AR, but I don't go hunt with that because everything can hear you. Um, but yeah, I typically do like on my 7 PRC. That's a Diligent, the Enticer LTI, and then I have a Texas Flood, which is from Fletcher Rifle Works. It's a 3D printed titanium Otter Creek Infinity. So it's just lightweight. That's kind of my biggest thing, is trying to keep everything lightweight. I'm running bolt guns majority of the time, so if I can get a tie can, I'll do it. But if I'm running, if I'm not really worried about weight, I'll put a stainless can and just kind of roll with it.
It's crazy how the suppressor industry has changed so much recently, as far as like their newer products. Everybody's going to 3D printing, whether it be with titanium or Inconel. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still remember. I've got an old Form 1 JK from way back in the day, and I'm like, oh my, like, not just, it's a great can. It did everything you needed, but then you just look at it and compare that to new technology and how like everything's slowly grown, but yet quickly. I don't know, it's cool to see. Then you look at what is it, Strategic Sciences, their MFMD or whatever can that looks like a spaceship, but it
Oh
works
yeah.
but it works so well. I've shot one, they're super cool. I'm not going to fork out $2,600 for a can.
That's the one that looks like a block, right?
Yeah,
On the end.
yeah,
Yeah. I watched a video about that one a while back. It is very cool.
it is.
I mean, since January 1st, when they got rid of the tax stamp, I mean, you got pretty much every manufacturer that has anything to do with the firearms industry making suppressors right now.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. If they've got a machine shop, they're making cans.
Or if they don't have
I
a
don't blame
machine
them.
shop, they're still branding cans.
Oh yeah, yeah, there's a lot of white label stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them. If there's another, another little basket they can get into to start
Yeah.
selling, why not? And
I
especially
give it.
now with the 4473 things going through.
Well, we don't have the luxury of that yet, unfortunately. Georgia is still a Form 4 state for the time being.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I never mind the Form 4 part. Like, I already have enough cans. If I go in and buy one, like, oh no, give me a week tops. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
worried about it. But I understand, if you start going into Constitution and all that stuff, which
man,
politically.
it's funny if you go on these suppressor groups. Like I was looking the other day, and you've got these suppressor groups in here where these guys are coming in here and saying, "Oh man, I bought a can and it's been 2 days. I haven't got my approval yet." And I'm like, bro, y'all would have never made it back in the day. Like my first one was like 15 months worth
My
of wait
first was
time.
16 months for my first
Yeah,
can.
like
And then
bro,
it
y'all
blew
would
off
try that
months.
the first I got it, put it on the gun, went, shot it, it flew off first round. So that was the worst thing ever.
So my first cam was 13 months, and I got tired of waiting, so I formed one, and it was 30 days. I was like, that don't make any sense.
I know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure right now, if you try to form one anything, because everybody and their mama was form one in solvent traps for a long, long time, and I'm pretty sure now that if you try to go in and submit one with anything other than raw material, like you're machining it yourself, it's going to get denied, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that much, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, at this rate, there's no real point unless you're, doing it with raw materials, making it entirely yourself.
Well, it still doesn't make any sense, because I'm not going to plug the website here, but there's a legal site you can go on and buy literally every single part that you need to build a can. But by the time that you do it, just say you do a stainless tube or a titanium tube, stainless baffles, all that. By the time you add all that stuff up, you could have just bought a Diligent Defense. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
it just doesn't make any sense anymore to do it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'll form one like an SBR or something like that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go buy. I mean, I have too many cans as is. Um, I don't. I'll go buy more, but I don't know what. It's like now I'm buying them for novelty. Like, oh, I guess I need a 45 can. I guess I need a 9 mil can. Like, why not?
yeah, well, I'm hoping Georgia fixes our legislature here in the next year or so. So we'll be a 4473 state. But I give it 2 years tops, and Walmart's going to have a great value brand suppressor
God,
sitting on their shelf, or Ozark Trail suppressor.
Ozark Trail
Bucky's.
suppressor. Hey, a Bucky's can. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah, that'd be great.
They would
That
sell
would
the heck
sweet.
out of them.
Oh man,
Yeah, they would.
I'd be buying them.
So you mentioned you mostly shoot bolt guns on pigs too. You shoot
Yep.
bolt guns.
Hmm.
I like shooting bolt
Mostly,
guns. They seem to be more reliable for me. So
I have not had. I mean, like some of my ARs I've shot. I like that 6.5 Grendel. I've probably put four, probably 2 to 4,000 rounds through that gun over the years. That was the first like pig rig or whatever you want to call it, and I just ran the crap out of it. Just all I did was put a JP barrel and I forget what bolt carrier group's in it, but a good bolt carrier group, and I've never cleaned it. I mean, other than wipe down the bolt, and never cleaned the barrel, nothing. And I took it out after like a year of not using it and shot a pig at like 330 yards. First shot, dropped it. And I was like, okay, it's a proven system. I love gas guns. I think they're awesome, but it's like driving a manual. Like
Yeah, something
there's
about
just
yeah,
running that
something
bolt.
nice about running a bolt. And then especially when you get into, the nicer, higher dollar actions, uh, it's something about just a smooth action to me. That's all I need. And even getting on groups of pigs, I think about times I'm running a gas gun between that first shot on the first pig and then as they're running, there's probably 2 or 3 shots in there that you're just pulling the trigger. And yes, you might be on them, but by the same time with a bolt gun, I don't know. There's just something about the precision part of it that I really enjoy.
I prefer a bolt gun, but I've been running my 6mm ARC. It's a Patriot Ordnance
Mhm.
AR, and man, that thing is for an AR platform. That thing's a tack driver, and I shoot David's at Druid Hills, his 70 grains out of it.
Those
And
Druid Hill rounds are nasty.
yep, I've been shooting the Sierra Blitz Kings, and they are devastating. But I've been waiting on those T-Rex Maker projectiles, and David's still waiting to get them. But I can't wait for the first shipment of those. See what they do.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I wanted to get a 6 ARC, but I just haven't. It's like I'm at a point where I'm like, what else? What do I really? I'm just buying new guns for new calibers just to try them and then turn around and sell it or something. So I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But I'll do something cool eventually.
Well, I've got an 8.6 Blackout that I have legitimately shot maybe 20 times, and I really need to start doing some footage with that thing, because I mean it is an absolute hammer.
Oh yeah, I forget what round. I have a buddy who has one of the Q rifles, and he has a bunch of all this ammo, but they come in like a little pack of 10 or 5, and they're the all copper bullets. But when they expand, I mean, that 8.6 then 338 arc, it is dangerous.
It's
I
probably, if
want
I had to
one so
guess, it's
bad.
probably the Maker rounds.
I think it was. I just forget the I forget who made it. There's a weird name for the company that made it, but they're probably the maker bullets.
I know Phantom. I think Phantom's one of the big ones that makes 8.6 ammo.
Phantom Defense, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to get on there and order some the other day, but they're out of stock.
I feel like they always are.
Yeah,
I don't even have an 8.6, and I've looked online because I'm like, oh, well, I'm weird. I'll be like, oh, you can't buy this ammo, but here, it's for sale. I'm going to buy this ammo, then buy the gun. So I don't even have a can for it yet. Like, let me just start with the ammo, and it makes me have to buy something.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah, well, I try not to do that, but it has happened before.
I do. That's what I want to do with that 8.6 is get it like really, really dialed in with like a pretty nice thermal on it, and use the ballistic calculations in it to make some crazy shots with it. Because that 8.6 drops like a rock. It's literally, I mean, it's like throwing a cinder block out of the barrel of that thing.
But when it hits,
Yeah,
oh
when it
man,
hits, it's folding something.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake, for everybody listening, somebody getting into thermals, RIX optics, you know what? There's so many brands out there now. We, me and Hunter and Michael and all our team know how good RIX are, but for somebody listening, why would they choose RIX over, other brands?
Yeah, so it really, yeah, I'm not one of the, like, I work for RIX. I love RIX. There's so many different options. Like you said, there's great options from different manufacturers. But what I appreciate and what I enjoy about our products themselves is that price point, and quality of performance. So you can get in right now if you just now getting into the game, you don't have, you've never night hunted, or you're looking into thermal, you're looking into night vision, whatever. Our new T50 that's going to be launching, $899. You can get into that. You have your daytime scope, you have your nighttime digital night vision. That price right there is a great place to start. For a little bit more, you can get into an S2R. Yes, it's a 256, but you got built-in rangefinder, ballistics. All of our scopes are heavily tested in extremely humid areas, Florida and Texas. You guys in Georgia, you know how they perform in the humidity. That's really, really big factor that I look for when I want a scope, is because I'm here in Texas, but also they perform extremely, extremely well in cold environments. Really, it's just price point. You can get in for such a good price at this point, and then overall performance. I don't think there's other options out there, but I think what we provide is very solid.
Agreed.
That's one
And
of I was going to say that's one of our biggest tests, man. When we get a new optic in our hands, is the humidity test, because you've got some of these scopes on the market and these brands that they don't cut it, man. Like, I mean, when you go out on some of these summer nights and it's 99, 100% humidity, and it's with some less superior brands, you're basically looking through fog at that point. So I will give you guys that your sensors do cut humidity very, very well.
Yeah, it's one thing
Plus, you got
we're really proud of.
and the laser rangefinder and ballistics on the DBH. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
it stands out in a crowded room, very much
yeah,
so.
yeah. That's
So
I was never really even with old 640s and stuff from different brands that had ballistics back in the day that I've ran. I've never entered ballistic data ever into scopes until I started at RIX, and then it was right when we launched the D12. I was like, I guess I'll try this. I've always, just kind of know my bullet, know my gun. I'll range it. That's 350, 400. Okay, well, I'm shooting rounds, so it's pretty much dead on anyway. But then, calling the groups of coyotes that are hanging up at 800, 700, somewhere in there, and I'm like, man, if I actually put the right data in and I know my bullet, and I started getting into having rounds developed for the gun itself, and loading the ammo. Well, I'm not loading, but knowing that your bullet's going to do what you need it to do, and having that rangefinder be as accurate as it is. I mean, we have guys shooting stuff at over 1,000,
I'm saying
and it's nuts.
it really is crazy to think about somebody shooting, 7, 8, 900 yards, 1,000 yards at nighttime. I mean, it has it's changed so much over the years.
Oh yeah. I remember just trying to, with an old 640, trying to lob rounds out at a steel target, what I thought was 1,000, but I didn't really know. It was probably like 800 or something, missing like crazy. And now I've done that with the 7 PRC at my property. I've just set up a target and had it at about 700, 800 yards and range it. You know, put in the ballistics are all in there, so it tells me where to aim. First shot, hit a piece of steel, and I'm like, okay, that's just it's a nice feeling right out of the truck, cold bore. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you should we haven't set a date yet, but we're gonna do a night shoot here soon. You should definitely come down for that.
Yeah, let me know. I'd be happy to.
That's Shane. How far is that? That range is 1,000 yards, ain't it?
It is 1,000. Yep.
That'd be a lot of fun. Are you guys gonna have different manufacturers and different brands and all that there?
Yeah, we've had a couple of manufacturers that said they would be there. And then we got our tournament in January, the Coyote and Hog tournament. That's pretty much open to any state as long as you can be in Dublin, Georgia by Sunday. So it's, basically right at like a 40-hour tournament. So we invite y'all to come to that.
Okay.
That's a good turnout for that too. Trying to get, there's some good tournaments on the East Coast, but we're definitely trying to ramp up, the nighttime hunting,
Right.
as far as the tournaments go on the East Coast. Y'all got
Yeah.
plenty of tournaments in Texas.
Oh yeah, there's like, it's every weekend, I feel like. I mean, and if it's not like an actual legit one, it's just you pull into the gas station and some town, and two guys are sitting there talking, hey man, pack a beer, let's go, let's see who wins. So it's going on all the time. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah, I think that the tournament in January. I think this year, last year was very suboptimal weather conditions for that, but I do think this year is going to be much, much larger, and we should have a really, really good turnout with that.
That'd be good. That's the hard part about tournaments, though, is I feel like almost every big tournament that's blown up and everybody's talking about, it's always like that weekend, the worst weather. I mean, I had that on the 24-hour coyote tournament back in February, and it was perfect conditions, no humidity. It was amazing. And then the like morning of it, bad weather rain came through, super humid. You couldn't see anything, but I mean, still it was fun. Just gets tough.
It
It's
snowed
part
and
of it.
sleeted and everything else on pretty much everybody down here during that whole tournament.
Ugh, no thanks. See, second my feet go cold, I'm done.
Yes, I'm
You could be
out.
standing. You could be standing next to me, and I'll sell you everything I have for $5. I don't care. So I got a pair of these electric socks from Amazon. I'll tell you what, those will change the game.
I
They're so
hadn't
Electric
heard
good.
about
socks.
those. That's
They're
new.
it is so. If I find them, I'll send you a picture of them. They have these little battery packs that go in, and if you're like I wear insulated boots when I'm out, but my toes always get cold. You just hit the button on the side, turn them on, and it's like putting your feet in front of a fire. I mean, they're definitely they're like $40 on Amazon, so they might not be regulated. They might catch on fire, but they work.
Nice.
How funny would that be to be in the middle of a coyote competition and you got one of your guys running around with both of his feet on fire?
No, it'd be me because I'm the only one. I don't know a single person that has these socks, and I'm the only one. But hey, whenever somebody says my feet are cold, I'm like, bet you wish you had these socks.
Mine ain't. Boop. In all seriousness, send me the link to those.
Yeah, but I will. I will.
So we ask everybody, Blake. I know you're a big coyote hunter too. What's your top 5 sounds?
Well, so my call is actually like I don't have any MFK or any of those calls on there. It's an old Fox Pro X1. I mean, it's sitting over here. It's falling apart. The legs are broken. The remote, the screen on the inside's broken and fallen. But whenever I go, somebody will usually have like a 360 or 24. So what are the ones that they run? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the names because I usually won't be the one to actually run the call. Um, oh my,
This man is just along for the ride, Shane.
He's the shooter, man. He's kind of it's kind of like when me and Michael hunt. I have to shoot all the coyotes so he can have pictures with them. So
the oh my God, what's the name? I know it's an MFK call. I always forget the names. They're always this weird like love love song, and it depends on the time of the year, obviously too.
Well, we're
You
going
know,
we're going to have to end up sending you an X24, and we'll circle back to this. We'll give you a
man,
few months to circle back.
I wanted to get a 24, or I've tried the 360s for a while, just with buddies and stuff, and I love them. It's just a lot to carry,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
especially with a 30-pound gun already, and depending on if we're packing somewhere else, I'll have my Everly stock pack on, and we're walking out. It gets to be a lot, but
yeah. I'm gonna be X24 until we actually had John Collins on yesterday, and I kind of pressed his buttons a little bit about the X48, and
mhm,
I might, depending on how it does, I might upgrade to the 48. But the X24, man, it's so lightweight. It's just so convenient, and it's super loud. So I mean, there's no justifiable reason for me to go to anything else. I mean, don't fix what ain't broke,
exactly. That's what I've said. I mean, everybody's like, dude, your call is a piece of junk because I mean it's broken and it's falling apart. But when I've gone out, I mean I just play the basic Fox Pro calls and I've been successful with those. Nowhere near as successful as some other people for sure. But um yeah, hopefully here soon I'll get into something else. And once I get back out there a little bit more, it's just been too hot. So
The only thing we can aspire to do is be on Jeremy Nichols' level.
yep.
That Joker's a killer, man.
It's nuts.
Every time he posts, I'm like, God. And he don't even. We had him on the other day. He don't even post everything, man. Like he said unless he's got double digits laying in the truck, he don't even take a picture. Like he might go out and kill 7 or 8. He's not going to take a picture.
That's insane. I remember my first night out getting, it was probably 8 or 9. And I was the first time I ever did that. And they came in on a string. It was like a pack of 14. And they were stupid. They just wouldn't, they kept coming back. My buddy wasn't even shooting. He was like, just take it, take it. And I'm just sitting there popping them, popping them, popping them. And at the end of the night, it was like, yeah, 7 or 8, 9 maybe. And I was the happiest I've ever been in my life. I was like, this is the best. And then you go out on a tournament and you're like, oh, that's like a couple hours in.
Yeah.
So
we ain't seen one damn coyote. It's been 4 hours.
I mean, I've done a 24-hour hunt where I think we got like 2. Like, you know, it's just how it's hunting.
Yeah, it's just
had
how it
terrible
happens,
luck.
man. Me and Shane went out for a while last night, and we didn't. You know, we seen some deer, some bachelor groups of bucks and stuff, but we didn't see any hogs. We didn't hear a coyote. Didn't see a coyote. I mean, it was just a bad night in general.
We did get a rattlesnake.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. You know,
get
rid of that.
Yes.
That nope rope. Get rid of them.
We pulled the old Zombieland double tap on him.
What'd y'all shoot him with?
No, it was chambered in F-150.
I love it.
I said, Shane, you gonna get out and grab him? He said, I don't know.
No,
No.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, just put the tire on him and do a little burnout and get rid of it.
I don't mind snakes. Like I and unless I know they're poisonous, I'll pick them up. You know, they don't bother me. But now, if I know, like, hey, this will kill me, like, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play that game. Even if it's non-venomous, I'm just gonna be like, I mean, I'll stay away. I'm not gonna go out of my way to kill it, but like if it's on a property I'm hunting, of course, take care of it. But yeah, I don't know. They're so weird. Shouldn't be animals like that.
I'm on Shane's level with spiders. How he is with snakes. I don't care if it's the granddaddy long legs. You know, any spider. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna freak out. I'm out of there.
The worst part, man, with going through like a group of trees or whatever, and there's all these spider webs. We have a place at my property we call Spider Alley, and it is the worst thing in the world walking through there at night and getting spider webs on you. And I hate it.
If you tell me if we go to a property and you're like, hey, this is Spider Alley right here, I'm going back to the truck. Let that be known.
Yep. It's the worst.
But, well, fellas, Blake, we appreciate you being on here with us. It was a lot of fun. Look forward to having you again.
For sure. Yeah, it was fun. Let me know when you guys do that tournament stuff, and especially that shooting thing, and I'll try to make my way down there.
I'm sure Papa Shane will shoot you the information here in a minute on it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Blake.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.